This is my favourite car I think we've ever had in. It's a Range Rover Sport 3 litre SD V6 HSE, 4-wheel drive. It's a 5-door, of course, 2016 on a 16 plate. Has done just under 56,000 miles. I'll tell you the exact miles when we get in. It's an absolutely beautiful car, it really is. You may have noticed when I got out, the height of the car drops automatically so that you can get out at an easy level, and when you get back in it raises again. It's finished in Ferenz red with black leather. It's xenon headlamps, headlamp wash, front fogs there, the aluminium effect fog lamp surrounds, and also the scuff tray there, front parking sensors, multi-spoke alloys. This car's had this part is normally black, and when the lady bought the vehicle new, she had that colour coded to the car. It's really, really nice. It's a great spec as well. It's got the full pan roof as well, Santorini black top, rear privacy glass. It's keyless entry and keyless go. Got the integrated tailgate spoiler, which also hides the rear wash wipe. Power opening boot, and just in there's the reversing camera. It's a 7-seater as well. These back seats here fold up. I'll cut some video in because it's got all my camera stuff in, but there's some switches here, 2 switches here, and 2 switches that you can get to from the back seat, which just automatically power the seats up. Plenty of space. Rear load cover, the seats split 60-40. We've got the twin exhaust tips, again this aluminium effect, scuttle plate at the back, and reversing sensors and a reversing camera. If you've not got your key with you, you press that button and the boot shut, or alternatively shark fin aerial on the roof. I've got my seat a long way back. There's usually more room in than this, but these back seats, they seem better than the old Range Rover. They certainly seem higher. They're made of perforated leather here. There is room for a third passenger, but would probably need to be a small one. 3 inertia reel belts with the pan roof over the top. It's nice, light and area, not claustrophobic at all. You've got privacy glass here, speakers in the back, and you've also got heated seat switches here. And that folds down, 2 cup holders and space to put your mobile phone, stop it rattling around or sliding away. Really, really nice. Carpet over mats there. Very, very nice in the back here, very nice. We've got this contrast ivory material on the door handles and also the top of the door cards, and piano black insets to the door cards too. I'll just take you for a ride. Keyless entry, and it's also keyless go. If you've got the key on you, you can shut the car when you get out as well, just by touching the handle. See there, keyless start. Service history. It's had 2 services. Unfortunately, for this last week, I've been ringing our local Land Rover dealer who have done the services. Unfortunately, the service receptionists are never at the desk, which is one of the disadvantages of digital service history these days. Nothing has a service book. Also, of course, if it's a business vehicle, then usually the service invoices go to the accountants, and they're filed with the rest of your invoices, so they're never kept with the book. But it was only serviced a couple of weeks ago as well, the last service, so the car's ready to go. It's an absolutely beautiful car. I'm spoilt now. I usually use the old style Range Rover Sport. This one drives better. It's a heck of a lot more economical as well. It's absolutely beautiful to drive. You pull up, switch the car off, and the car lowers itself, so it's easier to get out. And then when you get back in it, of course, up it goes again. It has got stop start, so we'll knock that off straight away. It's got, I think it's ebony leather with ivory contrast. I think that's leather too, certainly leather on the doors there, but it's just beautiful. And this full length panoramic roof again is fantastic. The piano black, the lovely proper look aluminium on the steering wheel and also at the side of the gear tunnels here, the door handles, the sound system's brilliant. The sat nav, I've seen some reviews where people go on about the sat nav system not being up to much, but it's really simple to use. I've used some cars lately, and you need a flipping degree in computer science to be able to even work them, and just to get them to go. It's destination, then it's start, and then you've got to click go as well. So it's a simple system. Having said that, the Range Rover know what's important to a driver here. I always go on about redundancy and having one switch to do one thing, but Land Rover here, if you click the switch there, you see there's a heated seat, and you can turn that to on three positions or off. Also, there's another switch here. If you click that, it comes up there, and you can do the same there. Look, cool them down. So there's two systems for the heated seats. And another thing this car's got, which is again is fantastic, is the heated steering wheel. I've had one on the last few cars I've had, and honestly, in the horrible weather, it's so nice and comforting. We've got 3-position memory seats as well. It's lumbar support. There's also on the outside of the lumbar support, there's a little switch which you can actually narrow the seats in. The side bolsters will come in, so fit you nice and snug. Let's see, let me just do that. There we go. They're really holding me in place. And then you've got the cushion at the bottom blowing up as well. We've got power folding door mirrors, which again they shut when you close the car. They've gone back to the old gear stick, which I've got to be honest, I prefer the round one, but this is nice, stubby leather, and so all this aluminium. Then you've got your terrain response there. You press that and you can move it round. Your height adjustment here. So that's your stop start. That's the parking brake there. Light comes on there. Let's just see if it goes. Yeah, it comes off when you set off. Some of them don't, but oops, it's on the right hand side on this. Height and reach adjustable steering wheel. Absolutely superb gearbox. TFT display, nice clear instruments. Let me see, menu there. You bring the menu up, driving features, trip computer, instrument display, vehicle setup. A few people have asked me if you can switch them over to kilometres, which you can just by, I think you go into the trip computer and then go down to units. Yeah, click down to units, and you can change that to kilometres and litres per mile and so on. That there, it's a nice easy display. Roads may be busy today. We'll very well, not too much roll, and then you're away. Going too fast already. We've got a couple of large cup holders there. This car, so it's one owner from new. It's got the full pan roof. It has the Santorini black top. It's got mood lighting, I think that's an extra as well. It's a very, very nice colour combination, and it drives fantastic. As I say, I'm really spoiled now, and it's, I can't believe how economical it is as well. I've used it for the last week, and it's getting a lot more to the gallon than the previous Range Rover Sports I've used, and it gives 35 urban, 35 miles to the gallon urban, which is it's just incredible. Road tax, I think it's £240. I can't remember whether I've said the fuel economy on this vehicle at the start. As soon as I started filming, there was that many cars coming past that I jacked in and just started videoing inside. Otherwise, I'd have been there all day. But it's got a strange position there to adopt. It's got the 7 seats, so they just come up at the touch of a button. They don't flick up. They're controlled by electric motors. You do have to put the headrest up yourself, but you can knock it down with a switch when you're putting them away, and then the floor goes completely flat. Side of the steering wheel, your telephone answering, you've got Bluetooth hands-free, you've also got Bluetooth audio streaming. There's the, I think you can also play videos, not that I would.
Dunn was suddenly aware of movement in a field nearby.
Speakers are fantastic. It's just absolutely an effortless pickup. I sit too far back to see there, but it's showing there an average of 32.7 miles to the gallon, and that's, I mean, I always say this, but that's bearing in mind that while it's been washed at the garage, I was sat waiting for the valeting place for half an hour this morning with the engine ticking over, and it's still showing 32.7 miles per gallon average, which is tremendous out of a 2+ ton vehicle. Just pressing again, what we've got there, instantaneous miles to the gallon. The i3 there, we've got range 100 miles, then it gives you a little display on how well you're driving, and I've got 5 bars all along, all 3 of them, at least I think that's what it is. So braking speed and accelerating. Just showing we're on the M6 there, click the sat nav back on. Nice and easy system to use. Got automatic headlights, and the indicators are on the left hand side, wipers are on the right hand side. Here's your electric window switches. You can also, there you go, complete shade band if it gets too hot. I have to say that pan roof really is my favourite option in virtually everything. It changes the feel of the car completely, and even just with that closing over, it makes the car feel completely different. I don't like it at all. This is nice and airy and light, feels like you're in a convertible. gearbox panels. If you go to gearbox panels, you can have the gearbox panels here active in sport only or in drive and sport. So I've got it in drive and sport at the moment. Minus sign on the left, plus sign on the right. So there you go, I can just change down. And so we'll go back, show warnings, true computer instrument display. Okay, display settings, language, speedometer dial. You can change the speedo dial from, there you go, from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. That's another way. Digital speedometer. Click that, miles per hour. Got a little digital speedo in the actual speedo. Tucks in round the corners there, if anything it oversteers. We can stick to the lines a bit better than that Volvo XC60, is it? XC60 is doing in front. He's all over the place. Look at the way that changes directions. 8-speed box there, using the paddle shift. You can also knock the gear lever across, the gear selector across, and there. Change up and down. Nice clear display on the dash. He's not thinking of cutting back out. We'll get a shock. Change back to ordinary drive. High pressure headlamp wash with xenons. Front and rear parking sensors. It's just a fabulous car, it really is. And I think it costs £68,700 now. I'll try and remember to cut a list of the spec in. Still got all the leaflets from the order and the paperwork. Steering wheel's nice and toasty. It's a great driving position, it really is good. The 7 seats, I'll cut some footage in of the 7 seats with them up and down, but I think you would have to be a reasonably small child to get in the back, and if I got in the back there, I'd need somebody to help me get out, I think, because you have to step over the back seats. They do move forward, but there is only a narrow gap to get into the back seats, and it's proper seat belts at the back there. Power opener, power closed tailgate. Nice colour combination there for that Evoque. Multi-spoke alloys with winter tyres, and I've got to say they're certainly quiet enough on the motorway and round here. I But we did have some snow the other day, and I had no trouble driving this at all. Not that you probably would anyway, but it's certainly equipped for the harshest of winter and the beast from the east or the beast from the west, whichever way it's coming from, that's supposed to hit us shortly, unless I've missed it. Front central armrest here. In the armrest you've got a 12-volt socket, and you've also got USB there and aux in. Just pull up 1 second and play some music through the system so you can hear that. Let's see. Let's turn it up. Lonely ghosts come a-calling, lonely voices talking. I am flesh and I am bone. So really good sound system, but it's pretty quiet anyway, so it's a great environment to listen to music in. Flash up the dual carriageway. Was on autopilot then, going to Starbucks. It's my day off today, but fortunately we've been so busy that I've come in today to video this car. Blue light into Primark there. He must be in urgent need of his shopping. Massive disc brakes, pull you to a stop, no problem at all. Just no effort to drive. That's the phone display there. I'd be very happy if this car was my daily user, and it's just about all you need. Will do anything you want it to, go anywhere, keep you safe. My old Range Rover Sport, the 12 plate Range Rover Sport that I was using, that's £540 road tax a year. This is only 240. I'll just pull over in a short while and show you how to use the sat nav. I've bored you long enough now.